I've got my grow light on in the background, so if it looks a little bit weird, that's what it is. Maybe it looks atmospheric, I don't know. But I'm here today with another plant haul. When was it? On the 7th of November, placed an order with the Jungle Collective, which is like, I think they usually in non-COVID times do like warehouse sales of plants where you go to, if you can hear clipping in the background, that's my dog, so just ignore him. But yeah, you go to a warehouse and you can buy plants there and that kind of thing. But because of COVID, they started moving all of their sales online. So I've participated in 2 now. This was my 2nd. It was probably going to be my last because they said that the next sale that they did would be in person. Today, South Australia has had a major lockdown announced. We are pretty much not supposed to leave our house even for exercise for the next 6 days. So that's going to be interesting. But back to the plants. Yeah. I put in an order with this most recent one, and I haven't actually even really looked at these plants. I have looked at the big one, obviously, because it's sticking up out of the box. I will show you that in a minute. And I've also looked at one other plant in there because it's rather special. So let's get on with the video, because I don't know when my housemate and my husband are going to be home, because depending on the restrictions are supposed to take place at midnight tonight, but who knows whether bosses will send them home or whatever. So I'll get on with it. So this first plant was a little bit confusing on the website. So it was listed as a Philodendron Splash, and the problem that I had is they had a picture of a cream splash, so like the Philodendron Brazil vining plant, but it has that more cream stripe on it. That was the main picture on the listing, but of course Philodendron Splash is actually a different plant. So I purchased this plant not knowing what I was going to get, but it looks to me like I've got the regular Philodendron Splash. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to have another look, because the cream splash has obviously got more heart-shaped leaves, whereas this has got the long lance-shaped leaves. So I think that this is the Philodendron Splash rather than the Philodendron cream splash. But yeah, so I've got this little guy. He doesn't look hugely healthy, although he does have quite a bit of new growth. You can see a new leaf there, and another new little leaf in here, if you can see him. But yeah, he doesn't look too healthy, that leaf anyway. So yeah, it looks like, yeah, it's a Philodendron Splash. I might need to do another Google, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. If you can confirm that, chuck it down in the comments below and let me know. All right, let's get on to plant number 2. So I got some Hypostees in the sale. So I used to have these, if you have watched my introduction video, I used to actually have tons of these as a kid. I used to always want to be a gardener. My parents were both really good gardeners, and I always wanted to be a gardener as well, but I think being a kid, I just gave the plants a little bit too much love. I gave them a little bit too much water, and yeah, probably drowned them. So I used to have all different colors of these. I had 3 long planter pots, each with a different color of Hypostees or freckle face plant. So this was supposed to be a mixed, the listing said mixed color, so it looks like there's mixed color within the same pot. So it looks like there's 2 shades of pink. So we've got this slightly darker pink, I don't know whether it's supposed to be red, and then we've got this lighter pink, because I don't know if it's coming through as pink on the camera because it looks a little bit white, but then yes, there is just the regular white variant as well. So it looks like I've got 3 colors in the same pot, which I might end up separating. I don't know. They do look like they might need a bit of a drink. It looks a little bit floppy. Couple of ripped leaves, but on the whole, I think it's okay. This actually, I think, so far, looking at the quality of these plants, they're not as good as the first order I got from the Jungle Collective. So I do not know whether I'll be purchasing any more from them. I mean, they're alive. They look like they're doing something, but yeah, whether they're super high quality for the prices that they charge, they're not the worst prices, but they are a little bit more lofty. I think the Hypostees was only $10 for this pot. This guy I think was about 20, which is probably a little bit much, and I kind of bought this one because I was hoping that it was the Cream Splash vining philodendron, which I have never seen in person. I have a Brazil, but I have never seen the Cream Splash in person, so that's why I bought this one. But yeah, so I probably would have left this one if I'd known that it was definitely this variant, but that's another story. I've got it now. We'll get on to the next plant. Alright, so I've got this Maranta, and I can never remember the name of the variant, but yes, it is a Maranta prayer plant. I already have one of these, the red veined version, so I saw this one and I thought, why not? I do like Marantas, and Harley G, who is another plant YouTuber that you may know, she has, I think, the lemon lime Maranta. I don't know if this is what this is. Let me know down below, because the names I think are different sort of across the world, like in America versus Australia. I think the names can be a little bit different. So if that's what this is, let me know down below in the comments. But yes, she has a really lovely lemon lime Maranta that she has in, I think it's a hanging pot, or at least it's a very big pot that just kind of vines down over the side. Or at least I think that's hers. I could be getting mixed up with Amanda from Plantarina, but it was one of those ladies that's got the Maranta, and the way it just kind of sits in the pot is really, really lovely. So yeah, I grabbed one of these. Alright, so we can look at the big one now. It's this guy. And this is marked as a Philodendron Red Wing, and I'd never actually heard of a Philodendron Red Wing, but looking at the picture, it was just so pretty. I thought, I mean, I have a real thing for philodendrons anyway, so I figured, well, why not? I love the Ruby Emerald, I think it's called, the Ruby Emerald Philodendron. So this is quite similar to that, the fact that it's got the really red stems and the lovely green leaves. So I love how long that is. It's really long, and yeah, it's not in the best shape. I can't, you know, this leaf is like new and it's like ripped, so that could have been handling in the delivery and things like that. But yeah, it's pretty disappointing that that lovely new leaf has been ripped. This old leaf here is a little bit holy. It's got it's got a little bit of damage to it, but it did come on like a totem. It's just a piece of wood, and I'm actually looking to find some more wood so that I can add wooden totems to more of my plants, because yeah, I think I prefer the more rustic look to either plastic, metal, kind of trellises. That's the word that I'm looking for, trellises. So yeah, I do prefer the more rustic look of wood or branches for my plants to climb up. So yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with this. It's got this really lovely new leaf up here at the top. Yeah, overall this is very lovely. It's got those beautiful red stems. The new stems are very red, and these lovely long green leaves. So I'm really happy with it, even though it's maybe a little bit sad. We'll get it back to a better condition than what it is. And finally, I got one of these guys. I don't know how to say this. Cuprea? Alocasia cuprea. So I believe this is the one that's called the Red Secret. And this one's not as glossy as what I've seen them, so I don't know whether it needs a drink or something like that. But again, like I've said, the quality of these probably isn't the best. I think the Maranta is probably the best out of all of the 5. These leaves are actually kind of iridescent. This actually isn't as red as it should look. It's got this other little brand new leaf here. But yeah, hopefully I can get this looking a little bit better. It doesn't look that great at the moment. Maybe I'll give it a little bit of a wipe down or something like that. It probably needs slightly better conditions. I'll have to do a little bit of research to see what this guy needs. But yeah, I managed to get this guy for only $60 at the Jungle Collective, when I think the cheapest I've seen this guy is about 80. So yeah, when I saw that they still had some of these on the second day, or well, later in the day, because I did check early in the day, I had a Syngonium Fantasy catnapped from me, so I kind of had a little bit of a dummy spit, and left for a little while, but then went back to the website and I noticed that they still had these, so I figured why not. So I got this little guy, so hopefully I can get him looking a little bit better. Hopefully I can get all of these plants looking a little bit better. they will probably need a little bit of titivation. Doesn't look like the soil is really that fabulous that they're all planted in, so maybe eventually I will go through and repot them, but that is it for now. That is my most recent haul. So thank you for watching. Do you have any of these plants? Do you have any plant care tips for them for me? I think a lot of them are new to me. I suppose philodendrons, I've got plenty of those, but yeah, if you've got a fail-safe trick for your philodendrons, your Marantas, your alocasias, your Hypostees even, please do let me know down in the comments. And also in the description you can find my social media. I am on Instagram. I am also currently building a blog where I'm going to have all of the plants that I own listed in there with like a Cliff Notes version of care. So if you have any of the same plants that I do, you could probably look there, and if you need a hand with any care ideas. But yeah, I think for now that is it. So thank you so much for watching. Please do remember to give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you. So thank you so much for watching this far, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.